What is poppin', y'all? We are back with another episode of the Squid Game Aftermath podcast. I am your host, DeAndre, and today we are getting another interview in with one of the players from the game. This man was out the game a little early, but he definitely has some memorable moments, I'm sure, that we are going to divulge into, get his perspective on the game, and hear he has to say. And without further ado, without further anticipation, we going to talk to my man, Anthony Gasbarro, player 323. What's poppin'?
Yes, sir. What's going on, DeAndre? Thanks for having me on, man. Really appreciate it.
Well, great to have you, man. Great to have you. How's everything going?
It's good, man. I mean, this last year has been awesome. From the Squid Game experience to coming back, trying to adjust back to normal life, to like meeting up with all of our new friends, creating like events and shit. It's been a good year.
Oh, good. I love to hear it, man. You know, blessings in 2025, only more to come in 2026.
Yes, sir.
So I got in your bio up, 323. So 25, you work in sales. What's the sales job?
Yeah, so Metro Toledo, I sell precision instruments, scales, things like that. I work within our service division right now, so selling service calibration agreements for my customers' scales.
Okay, well, if y'all need some of that business, y'all know who to call, and you're in Ohio, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Libra. And what month is that?
What is Libra?
What month is that? Yeah, what month is that?
It's end of September, October.
Okay. Cause birthday just happened. Happy late birthday.
Yes, sir. 26.
And then my man's in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, and then you are You're part one of two sets of twins.
Yeah. So I got my twin brother. We're fraternal. We look nothing alike. And then we got my older brothers. They're identical. They're like clones. And then a sister. But I actually got to go on Squid Games with my twin brother this year, and we had planned to act like we don't know each other, and it was going great. We were fooling everybody the first couple days. It was cool.
What number is your brother?
He was 367. Reno Gasbarro.
Okay, Marina. So it's interesting. So it's funny that they separated you guys' numbers. How did you feel about that? Yeah, you guys.
We wanted them to do that. We told them our strategy going in. We're like, we are very different. We get along with different types of people, so we're gonna try and divide and conquer and protect each other from afar. So they purposefully didn't put numbers next to each other so that people wouldn't, catch on to our little secret.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
He's a salesperson too. You guys work together?
He does sales too at a different company for like staffing and stuff like that. And now he just moved over to family business.
Nice. And your older brothers are twins too?
Yes, sir. Yeah, they work in staffing as well.
Oh, y'all, all of y'all, okay. All y'all
bunch of sales boys.
That's funny. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, so Anthony, can you tell me why did you decide to apply to Squid Game, the challenge?
Dude, I'm obsessed with the Squid Game universe. I had an ad come up on my Instagram, and I was like, I'm working from home today. Screw it. Like, might as well see what comes out of it. So I applied, and within 4 hours, they called back. Started asking about me, my life. Found out I had a twin. I was like, he obviously would love to win 4.56 million too. I mean, who wouldn't? So I dragged him along with me, and yeah, dude, I wanted it for the experience, the potential jackpot. Month off of work.
Hey, look, we need that time off, coach.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you went and you applied and you got the parts, and congratulations on that. And so
Thanks, man.
You go through all the process and whatnot, and it's the night before you go get on the plane to London. What's kind of going through your head that night?
Dude, Ganji on repeat. It's serious. I think I got like 4 hours of sleep that night. I was practicing the games, preparing my brain. Like, it was exciting, dude. It was an exciting period.
It's nice. And so, do you and your brother don't live together, do you guys?
He just moved to his, so he actually proposed to his fiance 2 weeks before we left for Squid Games.
Nice.
Yeah, so he got moved into a house with her. I'm in the middle of renovating a condo. Yeah, we're officially split.
That's tough, man. Jeez,
It
sounds
is.
like
It's
they need to make
weird.
room for you in the new house.
Yeah, bro, it's weird. I don't see him like I used to.
Oh, that's life, man. It's gonna
Yeah.
move along, but hopefully things don't change too much. But you know,
Yeah.
that's why we got the phones, man. That's why we got the phones. Well,
That's for the
you
better.
you get on the plane, you head out there, and you finally arrive. Tell me kind of like what it was like the night before, last night at the hotel before you went into the dorms.
The last night in the hotel, like the
Yeah,
pre-film
like
hotel.
how are you were feeling basically?
Yeah, well, first of all, the second we got to London, me and my twin separated. We did not want to risk anybody seeing us together. And we already had some people that we were like skeptical about. So the whole pre-film hotel was a game. The game had started. I did not know this guy living across the dorm from me, and it was just fun. And the night before, dude, the dynamics of everybody, the group dynamic changed. Like you could feel the nerves, the anxiety, like people just like honestly freaking out, just not knowing what to expect with the first game, what's going to happen. Like it's finally happening. Um, I woke up, I think, 4 times throughout the middle of the night. Like I barely got any sleep. I kept waking up. Woke up like 2 hours early, took a cold shower just to prepare myself, and off to the races.
Off to the races, man. So I spoke with someone earlier about a little bit of the hotel. Is you guys are actually, so I don't know if you knew, but with us we had masks on the whole time because it was 2022 and not COVID and whatnot. So that was when they were still doing the protocols, quarantine, all these things. But I'm assuming you guys did not have none of that.
No. Thankfully.
That's so crazy. That's crazy to think about.
Right.
Wow. So you got to talk. You got to talk quite a bit in hotel.
Yeah, they were pretty like stick to your group. Like we were all kind of sectioned.
So what do you mean group?
And they didn't really want us to go outside of that group, but we had little conversations with the people within our group.
So what do you mean groups? Can you explain that?
They did like cohorts. So like, you know, when you go to breakfast, lunch, dinner, you have to go to some training or whatever it may be. They had you go with your cohort. And your cohort, like we were able to get little interactions with, but if we tried to mesh with any of the other cohorts, like I was part of the pink team, let's go pink team. If you tried to speak to any of the other like cohorts, they would like tell you like, hey, no, back to your people, like no talking.
Were you wearing like a pink sleeve or a wristband or something like that?
I think they gave us like a lanyard with our player number on it, and we had the pink lanyard. Every other group had like a different color.
And how many of these cohorts were there?
So our group was about 50. So I'm assuming there was 9 of them because there's 450 people in the game. So that's my assumption. I'm not sure though.
Interesting. That's so different than what we had. That was like
really
polar opposite. Yes, we got there. We had to have our masks on the whole entire time in the hotel. No talking to anybody. You're stuck in your room the whole time. You go downstairs, get your food. You bring it back up into your room. You eat the food in your room, and that's it.
Dude.
It's so weird hearing you say that because I'm like, that's complete opposite of what we had.
That's wild.
Yeah, and they had somebody on each floor when you get off the elevator. They're watching to make sure you don't talk. They didn't want anyone talking to anybody. And so you could like sneak a few conversations in here and there, but they would be on you like that. Like, no, you couldn't leave your room.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you guys couldn't go in other people's rooms, correct?
No. But I like night 1 or 2, I figured out what room number my twin was in, and we had a landline in the room, so we started making little phone calls to each other, dude. Oh, it was like the highlight of our day.
That's hilarious. That's funny. I mean, complete opposite experience. I mean, it's the long days. You know, you only could see people through the windows, and you didn't know them, so it's just like it's interesting to hear you say that.
Yeah,
that puts a lot of things in perspective on kind of how the relationships forms. But anywho, we get into, you know, it's finally time to go, and you finally get to the dorms. How are you feeling when you first step into the dorms?
Dude, I'm getting the goosebumps all over again. It was, well, first of all, I expected to walk into a game, not the dorm room. So that was like kind of caught me by surprise. But dude, instant chills. Like I'm obsessed with the Squid Game universe, and now I'm there in the freaking dorm room. Like Oh man, it was mad cool. And you could tell like everybody was feeling the same way. Everybody was eager to get to know each other. Like there was 1,000 conversations going on. I needed to take like social breaks because it was just a lot talking to people for that long and that many people.
Yeah, no, I mean, especially 455 other people. I mean, you guys all are in there. I mean, it looked pretty crowded, so you couldn't really get around very easily without running into another person.
Yeah.
Unlike us, we had the game first, but you didn't have any idea that there wasn't going to be a game?
No, dude, I really thought they were gonna do red light, green light, and there was certain things that happened that made me believe, theorize that they had to resort to plan B. I don't know this as a truth, but my assumption is that that game was like a plan B option because dude, that game sucked. It just was not ideal for the first challenge.
That is crazy, man. That is crazy. So, your time in the dorms, you meet around. Who are the people you got real close to outside of your brother?
Yeah. So, some of the people that you would have seen in the first 4 episodes were like Mackenzie,
the blonde. In the episode, it could be anybody.
Oh, okay. Anybody? Mackenzie, blonde player. I believe she was 11 or 10. I forget what her player number is. 110. She was awesome. Sonia, I believe she's still in it as well. Honestly, everybody within our cohort, our group, we got super close with. Calvin, Colin, Marcus, his mother-in-law. Me and my twin are pretty friendly guys, so we did a good job of trying to meet people and talk to everyone. Isaiah, Andy, Ryan, the list goes on and on. A lot of people from Columbus, dude. Daryl, Andy, they're both still in the game, or I believe Daryl is. So we had our little Ohio squad, but my twin said he was from Florida. So he had a lot of lies he had to tell and like things he needed to make up to make the story fit. My twin's the better liar than I am. So I put him on the lie duty.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, you from the state, you better know the surrounding areas, the suburb areas,
right?
The restaurants, everything.
Yeah, dude, it was a struggle.
So nobody caught him? Nobody caught him?
No, actually, what's funny too is I kept my siblings' names except my twin brother. And my twin acted like his siblings were my cousins. And I was talking to Daryl, who's from Columbus, who's still in the game. And he's like, yeah, I went to this school. I'm like, dude, my cousins went there. And I named my cousins to him. He goes, I know them, dude. Like, that's crazy. So then I went up to my twin and I'm like, bro, like Daryl said he knows Gianni, Elia, Mario. And my twin was like, dude, those are my siblings. You weren't supposed to say that. I was like, fuck.
Dang, cover blown that quickly. I guess
I know, dude. He didn't catch on, but like I needed to beware what I was saying from there.
Yeah, you're like, let me zip the lips before they catch me in this.
I got a loud mouth, dude.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of BTS footage I would like to see. Hopefully, they might release some, so be on the lookout.
Really?
They might. They did release some for ours too, but it was like it wasn't too many specific combos. It was more just people dancing and like the games and all that stuff. So
yeah. Oh,
cool.
dude. Well, when we were in there, Bishop and Lloyd were another set of twins that were on the O side with us. I saw my twin talking to them, so I went up. I introduced myself, act like I was like saying hi to Marino again. I didn't really know him. And we really wanted to volunteer for the first game, or my twin did. I did not. Marino told those twins, he was like, dude, I wish we could have volunteered. Like, you had to be a duo. And those guys were like, why don't you guys pretend to be fraternal twins? And I literally hit the guy. I was like, what? What are you talking about? I was like, we're not fraternal twins, bro. He's like, no, dude, I'm just saying, why don't you pretend? And I was like, oh, shit. And the craziest part, dude, these twins, they had older siblings that were twins, and they also were both colorblind. Well, me and Marino have older siblings that are twins, and we're also both colorblind. So, dude, we were biting our tongues so fucking hard to, like, not spill to these guys.
That's hilarious. Wow. You guys had a whole other episode of the show going on.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
Sounds like an episode of Friends or something like that, Coach. Well, that is funny as hell. But, yeah, now then the front men come out, and they say, okay, we need 2 volunteers. Mm-hmm. Did you guys did think about volunteering, as you said, but, you didn't want to. Why did you really not want to?
Yeah, so we weren't standing with each other, but when they came out, I looked back, I found him, and he kind of gave me like a should we, and I was like, no, because we had spent the whole like hotel experience in the first day in the dorm rooms lying to people. I'm going up to my twin like, hey man, what's your name? Where are you from? And I just know from past reality shows that people will use your lies against you for a reason to get you out. So I thought that if me and Marino, went up in the first episode, then we're instantly screwed. We got a target on our back. People know that we lied to them for the past 4 days, and I just didn't want that target.
And so, look, I've been talking too much already. I need a break.
Yeah,
I need to sit this one out, Coach. Okay,
exactly.
Well, the other twins do decide to go up there, and they're the leaders, essentially. And then he tells you guys, okay, I need you to get in the X line or the O line. So tell me, why did you decide to pick the O line?
Yeah, so I'm more of a fan of Squid Games than my twin. He initially went on X, and I went on O. The reason I picked O is because, it's simple. Squid Games, if you stay on O, you want to stay there. You want to keep playing the games. If you go on X, you want to stop the games, and you want to go home and split the money. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I was like, I'm not getting on that damn X. And I see my twin over there, like, when we're starting to, like, finalize the groups, and I was like, bro, get the fuck over here. I eliminated my twin brother.
Look, I think you had good intention, but yeah, it was very unfortunate how things went down. But look, I went to the premiere and I picked the O2, as you can see, because I'm like, I want to keep playing, like the same thing you was thinking, yeah. I watched the show, of course, and it was a voting, obviously, but I want to keep playing. It's the first, we just started, so let's get it going. I was not a fan of the first game per se, but to each his own.
You're not alone.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
But you guys have to split up rooms. So the O line is the one that had to go in the other room, correct?
No, O stayed in. We were in the dorm room. And
okay,
I think they hated that because ink everywhere in the main production room. I wasn't there to experience it, but I was like, damn, they're going to regret this.
I know, it was probably a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys stay in there in the other room, other X's go into the other room, and so you get the instructions, and the instructions of the game is to count to 456, and whoever gets closest without going over are the victors and survive. So when you heard these rules, what was going through your head?
So first of all, nothing, because they needed to re-explain the rules to us 3 times. Our room was so echoey and our group was so loud. Everyone was screaming over each other, shushing each other. Dude, it was pure chaos compared to what they showed on live TV. And finally, like the 3rd time, we get quiet and can finally hear the actual rules. And I tried going to like the top of the balcony and like screaming out, trying to make some type of like coordination. It was too loud. Nobody heard me. So now I'm like, okay, what can I do to help without causing more volume in this room? So I'm going around and I'm telling people, if you're not confident with this game, like respectfully go to the back of the room and try and be quiet, respectfully. I'm going around the room telling everybody that. My twins, that he's the English guy, I'm the math guy, so he went and sat like 20 people down. Finally, the room gets quiet. Yeah, dude, literally. Finally, the room gets quiet, and our leader's like, all right, like, who can count, blah, blah, blah. Room erupts again. Everyone's like, I can count. Chaos. So now I'm like, oh, my God. So now I'm going to the people in the back, and I'm like, all right, guys, manifest, energy, like, pray, do what you got to do to put some good vibes out there. Before I know it, the room's pretty quiet. We have 6 people up at the podium talking to our leader, and I'm in the back of the room talking to this girl I met earlier that day about some strategies I had and some things I hope they're considering. And she was like, why don't you go up there? Like, why don't you go tell them your strategy? I was like, fuck it. I'm going to go up there. Dude, big mistake. The second I got up there, all 220 people in the room started screaming at me. Sit the fuck down! We don't need any other players up there! Blah, blah, blah. So I'm in the center of the dorm room, just like, I turn around and I just start screaming back at the first person closest to me. I was like, listen, I'm just trying to make sure they got a good strategy, blah, 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 blah. I come to realization I'm just making it worse. So I go to like kind of the back of the room where nobody was sitting, and I sat by myself because I was like low key a little ashamed, and I didn't want to be around anybody. They were all screaming at me. I was like, screw this, I'm trying to help.
Wow, that's tough, man. Dang.
Yeah. So luckily they didn't give me the crazy edit, but they could have.
Wow, all those people started yelling at you. That's insane. I need to see that BTS.
It was nuts. I hope they send it to me.
Do you remember anything specific, like anything specific people said besides, sit down?
I mean, the first two comments are what I remember over all the jabbering, but it was literally like, sit the fuck down. We don't need any other players up there. That's what I remember.
Okay, so you like, look, I'm gonna sit down, y'all. Y'all can take care of it, and we'll just see what happens. And so it gets started, and you guys had 205. Ida, correct? Or is that no? That was the other squad. No, that was you guys. You got 205, and she's the one that's kind of taking the reins to a degree in slow counting. When it started, was she that behind? Did you notice it, or like how was that?
Yeah. So they started counting. Our counters did not start counting. So I sat down, plugged my ears, and started doing the count myself. Honestly, the first 3 minutes of the game, my eyes were closed, so I didn't hear anything. I was just like 1, 2, 3. But yeah, dude, it's weird seeing the show because there's some things that I remember a certain way, some people don't remember it that way. Like, but they definitely did start counting late. Yeah.
It's interesting how you would start counting late because I don't see how that would happen.
Yeah, because our room was straight chaos. That's why. But the weird thing is that we didn't go 12 seconds over. We still went under. So I don't know. We must have been really short at counting, honestly. I think everyone thought she was slower than she was.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that they should have. This is just me. I need transparency when it comes to these things, especially when it's a game where you don't know the results. And so it's up to production and the officials to tell you the results. I think there should be like a clock somewhere where they press it. You know it's moving, that you see this timer start, maybe like 1 second, then turn it around, and then keep it going, and then they're there to stop it. The button stops it, and you see the numbers stop moving. Like maybe you can see like a reflection or something like that, just so it's transparent to the audience, to you guys as well, which is most important. That's just my MO because you know how I'm a conspiracy theorist, and you can do whatever you want. I mean, who's to say what happened?
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. We don't have any proof of the other team hitting the button or anything, so you do never know, but. Based off of the chaos in our room, we did not have it in the bag.
Like, look, we can't put all these people on TV, man. They too crazy, okay? They ain't gonna listen to each other. They ain't not gonna listen to us. They gonna riot. We
had some villains on our side, let me tell you.
Oh man, we had a whole nother show that I'm upset we're not seeing right now.
Yeah,
it could be a whole. That's what I was saying when I was watching it. It could be a whole different show.
Right, dude. Oh my god, me and my twin were talking about what could have happened if we made it farther. Like. We were doing a good job tricking these people, and dude, it would have been fun.
Definitely, man, definitely. Well, unfortunately, the time stops. They tell you the results, and then once they tell you the results, everyone gets squibbed, and y'all go flying on the ground like a bunch of dominoes. Tell me kind of your initial feeling once you heard that you lost and got popped.
Honestly, I kind of expected it before they gave the results, but I mean, still crushed, man. Months of preparation, training, flying out to London, like it was shitty, but at the same time, I was very thankful for the experience. I got to do it with my twin brother before he gets married. The first thing I did, I went and found him. I gave him a big hug. And then we went and told everybody, we've been lying to you for the last couple days. And dude, these people's faces were shocked. They were like, what? You're twins? Like, oh, dude, it was so funny.
That is hilarious. Dang. So did you guys cry?
No, we didn't. I'm pretty good at getting over things. I don't know. Maybe you can say it's a bad trait, just putting shit under the rug. But I was in London with my twin. I wanted to enjoy the time we had left.
Yeah, no, you got to. I mean, especially going out like that with 200 plus other people, like, it sucks. It's more just a feeling, I guess, of like, well, damn, like,
Yeah.
Instead of immense sadness, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But yes, you guys all, I thought it was funny. They did the slow-mo of you guys all just pretending to get shot. I thought that was hilarious because, I mean, some people play along with it, some people don't. You guys all played along, which is hilarious. A lot of people on our season did not play along with the whole.
Really?
I didn't play along. I didn't play along with it when I got squibbed.
Dude, the crazy thing is they didn't even like tell us to play along with it. We all just kind of knew. Like we all just dropped like flies.
They didn't tell y'all. They told us. Like if you
really
died, like yeah, they.
I mean, maybe they threw some little reminders out throughout like the few days we were there, but they weren't like everyone drop when you get squidded. We just knew like that. We seen the show. That's what you do.
That is funny because they told us before red light, green light. Like if it happens, then you know. Pretend or whatever, but nobody, like some people did it, but for the most, if you go back and watch, like you'll watch a lot of people ain't just flailing and stuff like that. And I mean I got out and doggone and in front of everybody, I got shot and I would just threw my hands up like whatever, you know. I'm not falling to the ground. But it was funny though. I appreciate y'all like putting that in there.
Yeah, really man.
Like y'all just died.
Hey, we needed something to prove we were there.
Exactly. Well, you guys get out and you get back to the hotel. Tell me your emotions when you get back to the hotel.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a long day of filming. Everyone was pretty bummed out, but we were also like, hey, now we can, you know, go and get to know each other for real. We can go get a drink, go out in London. So we get back to the hotel. We're all in line. And my twin got back before me. And when I'm waiting in the hotel line to get my room for the 2 nights, my twin came up to me. He's like, bro, they just asked if I wanted to interview tomorrow. They're probably going to ask you too. So that was a pretty cool, like, you know, cherry on top of our experience. We got to go into the interview room. They didn't end up using any of it. But like I said, it's probably for the best. I was gonna look crazy.
So what did you say in these interviews that they did not show?
Yeah, so they asked, first of all, just like entering the games, who I am. And then they started asking, you know, what was my strategy? Why did I walk up to the front? What was it like being yelled at by 200 plus people? They asked my twin, what was it like watching your twin brother get yelled at by 200 plus people? He's a little more chill than I am. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool to get to see that room and how they do it. It was weird. It was only me in there with like a speaker and a camera on me. I honestly can't remember all the questions they asked.
That's all good. So you finish that up. You finally get back home to Columbus, Ohio, and you get home. Kind of tell me how you feeling once you get back home.
So I actually didn't get on my flight. I sent my brother back home by himself. I stayed at the hotel for 2 more days until the second round of eliminations came through. And I met 2 people for the first time that I didn't meet in the show, but after they got eliminated, and they wanted to travel. So I took a month off work and I went traveling with 3 other contestants.
Wow. Really? That's crazy. What made you decide to just on a whim do that?
Yeah, so I mean, I said from the beginning, like, I'm going to win Squid Games, and then I'm going to meet my friends in Iceland because we had planned a trip to Iceland. But I got out early, so I was like, why bother going home? I'm just going to stay here until my trip in Iceland, and it'll work itself out. And it did, man. It was freaky. I mean, people I'd never met. I met them for 5 minutes. They convinced me to pack my bag and hop in an Uber with them.
Wow. Really? Yeah. So what did they say? Like, let's just come on and that's it?
Yeah, it was. So a friend of mine in the games was not able to go traveling, so she connected me with the people she was going to travel with, and they were like, we're about to get in an Uber. If you want to come meet us in the lobby and just say hi, like, come out. So I went out there. I was like, I'm probably not going to go with these people. We clicked instantly. Like I said, within 5 minutes, they were both like, dude, just come on. It's going to be fun. Like, we're going to have a blast. And they convinced me, man. I don't know how, but they did. I'm always here for an adventure.
I love that, man. Me too, man. You know, so all you got to do, I just need a little bit of pumping me up. You know, say, oh yeah, you know, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be do this, and then I'm like, all right, you know, like whatever. Yeah. I just need a little bit of that. If you give me that, then you can sell me on time.
Yeah, man. Good people, good times. I'm here for it.
That's lit. A whole month out there. Wow. So you was there longer than the finalists.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Okay. So when you finally got back home, did you like? Were you still thinking about the show? Did you feel like sad or anything?
Well, dude, honestly, yeah, it was hard coming back home. I had a complete different outlook from before I left. I was like, I literally have no idea where I'm gonna be in 1 year from now. And then I got home and I'm like, oh, would you look at that? I'm exactly where I was. Like, that was a shitty feeling, man. That was really shitty. Like, I really thought life was going to be a little different after the show.
Me too, Coach. I had the same thought. I was thinking penthouse, bright lights, all on a beach.
Exactly.
And then it's cold. You get back to Ohio and it's freezing. You're like, oh god.
I'm moving inside. It's getting a little cold out here.
You're good. That's hilarious, actually. Wow. I don't think I've had anyone actually say that, like, oh, I'm right back where I was before.
No, I mean, it's the truth. That's literally what happened, dude. I was like, I really just had high expectations. I'm a pretty, like, lucky person, so I was like, I got this.
Dang, man, I'm sad. We need to see you on season 3, Coach. Hey, I need to see him on season 3, Netflix. But let's hope. Let's hope next time you get to play a game.
That'd be awesome, dude. If they asked, I'd be there ASAP.
Well, we'll see, Coach. Well, that was amazing. I'm sad you kind of came in and came out so quickly. I mean, they only had you guys on screen for like 10 minutes, if that. And so I felt bad, at least. Because, you know, like, at least in our season, the people who got out in red light, green light, they were at least had a chance to be shown, even if they didn't get popped. So
they didn't even give us the whole episode.
Yeah, I mean, they gave y'all. I mean, they did rush the red light, green light, but yeah, they rushed through y'all real quick. And I'm like, oh, the game's already over. Like, that took no time at all.
Right.
And so, except for the girl who was counting slow, and then a few of the other people, but. Yeah, that was rough, man. But, you know, keep your head up. You seem like a guy who has a lot of ambition and whatnot, and doesn't hold down on those things and whatnot. And I like that. So
you can't.
Yeah, you can't hold yourself down on these things, especially when the things are out of your control. You had no idea that was the case. You guys had zero control, and unless you decided to go up there and be one of the people.
Oh, that would have been bad.
It is what it is. But
yeah.
Next time, volunteer, I guess. But it's funny because
honestly,
it's funny because volunteering in your guys' instance was important. It's better, but for our season, it was bad to be volunteering and do all these things for the most part. Yeah. So
they throw shit at you, man. You never know.
Yeah. Well, can you tell me any lessons or things that you'll take away from the show, or things that you learned?
I mean, I want to say I wish I kind of would have gone in there with my twin brother, not with the facade, but once you see you get to the 4th episode of this new season, people are cutthroat for the duos. I wouldn't have changed the thing, man. I think maybe I wish I wasn't so directing to my brother. I wish I would have given him a chance to listen to him and do what he wanted to do, like when he was on the X side. But at the end of the day, man, that was a big game of chance, and there's not much you could have done about it.
Is he mad at you?
No. I dragged him onto the show. I forced him to do it with me. So I don't think he would have wanted to be there without me. But now that we're watching it, like I watched it with him last night, I literally dapped him up. I was like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, you could have made it farther.
Hey, Coach, you need to get him one of these for Christmas.
I know, dude. Shit.
Get him.
You got one?
I mean, luckily for our season, we did our season and then these came out. So like, I had like 5 bottles of these things, and so
damn.
If I see 323 at the store, I think I have seen a 323 at the store.
Let me know. Yeah, for real, please.
Yeah, so I collect. I mean, yeah. Luckily, you guys, I think once because they stopped. Well, you guys. They released these in the summer or last year, so they had out for a little bit, but they kind of discontinue them at a lot of places. But some places still have. I'm in New York, so they have everything everywhere. But if I see a 323, I'll holler at you. But I definitely have seen that number at the store before. So
hey, are you going to Philly for the watch party next week by chance?
Be there, Coach. I'll
be there too, baby.
A lot of y'all gonna be there.
Hell yeah! Oh, dude, we got a squad rolling up.
Okay, well, I'm excited to meet all y'all in person, man. It's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be lit.
Hell yeah, man. Back at you. Let's have a time.
Well, cool, man. So I appreciate you talking with me. It was a great time, Anthony. You know, sorry your time on the show didn't last, but I know you got some bigger things coming up in the future. Lastly, can you give if people want to find you or keep up with your journey, where can they find you at?
Yeah. Instagram is Anthony Gasbarro02. I don't even know what my TikTok is. I don't really post too much. That's where you find me. Look up my name. You'll see me. I'm not private or anything.
This guy's funny. You need to be a stand-up comic. You funny.
Bro, people say that, and I am never purposefully funny. I think people are usually laughing like at me a little bit.
You need to do stand-up comedy, or you need to do like TikTok, because you would be pretty good.
Damn, I appreciate that, dog. I would love to get into something more creative. I'm an artist and everything, but that's not what I pursue as a career. But I would like to make a pivot eventually. So, I mean, that would be cool.
You remind me of this TikToker named James is not very nice.
James is not very nice? All right, I'll look it up.
Check his TikTok. It's check his TikToks out, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about. And I think if you, not saying what you should or shouldn't do, this is just me, but if I could see you doing some content like him.
Okay.
He's popping on TikTok, and he's kind of just talks to the camera and tells people stories and whatnot about, you know, a minute, 2 minutes long, and he gets millions of views just doing that, literally.
Damn. Okay.
Check him out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But you kind of give me those vibes.
Yeah.
Which is a good
All right.
thing.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Thanks, man.
Well, cool, Anthony. Well, thank you again for talking with me. I hope you have a good rest of the day. Looking forward to seeing you next Tuesday. And to everybody else, thank you for joining. Peace, blessings, deuces, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for having me, DeAndre. Take it easy. See you in Philly, man.
Yes, sir.